there is any noise in my microphone, please tell me so that I'll manage first these things. Is this okay?
You are audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
no noise. Yeah.
Okay, 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 no problem. So today we'll start some first step of structural biology, that is template identification. Okay, that we have discussed yesterday. How to select a template I'm going to present. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please, first of all, you have to select some sequences. I think you have downloaded. We have some sequences, I think 20 sequences that I have told you previously, that select 20 sequences or 10 sequences. But right now we will, firstly we'll do one sequence. After that, we'll do some batch in batch pattern. But first, how to find the template by using a single sequence which has no function, no information in BLAST. What we will do, first of all, please do this work along with me. I will download some sequence from uh, related to T. Okay, I'll download some data that you have already downloaded. I have also downloaded, but I have told you that from the first step I'll show you each and everything. I have also downloaded some sequences, hypothetical sequences related to Helicobacter pylori. Okay, these are the, there are some, okay, these are the hemoglobin mutants, no problem. I'll do some hypothetical sequences. I'll download hypothetical sequences. For example, first of all, we go for proteins, and then Camellia sinensis. Previously, I have told you one thing, that how to find a hypothetical protein by using genome, then towards this genome information, then protein, click on proteins, and then you can easily find some hypothetical proteins, right? But today, what will I do? I'll directly write Camellia sinensis hypothetical proteins. Hypothetical proteins are directly visible, but this is not the best way to find all the sequences. The previous work that we have done during basics in bioinformatics, to find all hypothetical proteins in T, we have to follow that path only. But today, I'm just extracting a sequence, randomly sequence from NCBI. I will not be able to extract all hypothetical. That's why there are only 3 sequences present, than some other type of hypothetical proteins or predicted proteins. Okay. But it is a case sensitive. That's why it will take Camellia sinensis as well as hypothetical proteins. That's why it has given some hypothetical proteins and also found some Camellia sinensis. Okay, but we need hypothetical proteins. First, we'll go towards FASTA. don't know is there is any conserved region for this sequence or not. I don't know, but I'll show you how to find the template for this protein BLAST P with protein data bank BLAST. Okay, protein data bank and then BLAST. Please do the same with your extracted sequences. Okay, please try to find the template with the same way and show me what are the results you have found in your sequences. Okay, because it will take 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, that's okay, it's very fast today. Now see, for first sequence it is showing only 33.82% identity, but it is showing identity with this ubiquitin ligase protein. Okay, whatever this protein is, it is in Homo sapiens. What is the function that will explore separately, but currently we have found there are, this is the top hit with query coverage 24% and percentage identity 33%. For query coverage it is only 24%. So our first thing is we have found template, that is 2A25 underscore A. Now what is the sequence of this template? We'll open protein data bank database, PDB, .csv.pdb. What was the template? 2A25 underscore A. 2A25 underscore A. 2A25 A25 underscore either A25. A is basically chain. This is the structure which is already predicted structure, and it is a ligase protein. Okay, with our selected protein is showing similarity of percentage identity of 33.82%. Now, is there is any conserved domain is present in this sequence or not? We have to find that as well. And please assure one thing, when you have found this template, please make a separate table and what is the name of this protein? Our protein that we have extracted. The session number is this. Type your session number because we are working on 20 to 30 proteins. This is the session number of our protein. And this is the session number of proteins, means this is the name of our protein. You can write the session number, HCC number, and second, I'll show template identified. Right. Third step also see percentage identity. It was 33, almost 33.2, I think, and template was 33.82. Okay, 2A25 underscore A. Underscore A means chain A. Okay, 33.8. We have identified a template which has a top hit. Now, what is our next step? We'll extract the sequence of this template. How to extract the sequence of this template from PDB? We'll go in download files and click on FASTA sequence. This FASTA sequence is downloaded. But remember chain A. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay. The work that I have done, please try to do at this level so that if there is some, okay, no problem. I'll find this chain A. This is the chain A and this is the chain B. Okay, we'll select only chain A, not chain B. Why it is so? Do you have any idea? How many
Because
chains
it
are?
had
Yes, please.
it had identity with chain A, 252A chain A.
Yes, it has identity with chain A only. Sometimes, first of all, I have told you from basics, there is a primary structure of protein, secondary structure of protein, tertiary structure of protein, and there is a quaternary structure of protein as well. In quaternary structure of a protein, in quaternary structure, there are more than one or two chains. For example, in case of human hemoglobin, how many chains are present? Can you please tell me? Some beta chains or some other kind of chains, do you know? There's 4 chains, okay? 4 chains means there are 4 structures, okay? And our sequence is similar to which chain? We have to identify that chain only. In this case, our chain is present, similar with this first chain only. We'll copy this and we'll try to, what is the next step? Sequence alignment. Simply we'll go for MSA using cluster W. And how to, this is the protein, fast and, okay. We'll paste our sequence in this part, the sequence, and then the sequence that we have selected for structure prediction. Where is the sequence? This is the sequence. What we'll do, we'll paste this second sequence, means template sequence and target sequence. Execute multiple sequence like that. Okay. C. This is only 33.82% similar. C. What is the problem? This is a chain and this is our sequence. I don't know about the conserved regions are similar or not because I have not find any conserved region. No problem. We'll see that. Is there is any conserved region is present in my sequence or not? What is the tool? CBD. Paste our sequence in conserved domain database so that we'll be able to find if there is any conserved domain or not. If there is no conserved domain, then we'll not go for the structure prediction of this protein. If there is any conserved domain, then we'll see conserved domain is, yeah, there is a conserved domain. Conserved domain is ring U-box superfamily. U-box means ubiquitin domain. Okay, I think so. This is the ubiquitin domain. Zinc finger. Click on this, you will find the sequence where this domain is present. This is I. 1 minute. This is I, F, S, and C. IFSC. Let me see this. There is any double protein. Our sequence is similar in which part? Let me see that. One zero LDCP1. Okay, this is the part. Our sequence has, this is the part where C, L, LDCPI. So we'll copy this. This is our sequence that I have selected. I'll extract this out so that there is no confusion. Now compare this. LDCPICL, LDCPICL, EHLT, EHLT, IPVFF, IPVFQ. Means similar region is almost aligning with this sequence. Okay, with this template. So we can consider, but we are not sure, but we can consider this. Okay, for our structural alignment. But today, this is the first task, that how to identify a template, which is the important part in structural biology, because on the basis of template, your structure will be formed Means, for example, if our structure is like this is the structure of this template that I have selected, and if we are going to model our protein by using this template, our structure is almost like this. Means the backbone of our structure is almost like this only. Okay, what is the mean of this thing? Today we are going to use some online tools for structure prediction, and after that we'll analyze that structure, and in my next lecture I'll uh, try to teach you how to identify a structure of a protein by using offline tools. Means if there is no online method, then how to find the structure by after identification of template. Only you have to identify template by using online method. After that, once you have identified your template, how to model your structure by using a simple laptop. Means offline you can model the structure, but for that there is a tool I'll tell you later. For that you need to align these type of sequences that I have shown you, because this is the first step. Now I am going to tell you a tool which will automatically find your template and automatically model your protein, and after that you will see that your model is fine or not. Because we are in learning stage, that's why I have taken this sequence as a dummy sequence. I don't know structure is okay or not, because you have to predict your structure by using the same methods. CPH models, it is an online tool which will model your sequence, and it will automatically predict the template for your sequence as well. It is designed in such an algorithm, and we have, in order to verify, in order to validate, we have done that step as well, and we'll see whether this template is similar or not. If it is not similar, then what is the problem? If it is similar, then it may be fine. Please do at least for one sequence and show me your results, the work that I have done till now, because it's very simple, I think. Try to identify template as at least, and show me what template you have found and how much percentage identities of template with your selected sequence. Please try to do this and show me some results, and then submit your job in CPH models as well for the identification of protein structure, and we'll cross check whether it will give us a structure, the template is similar with our identified template or not. We have to cross check this thing only. Okay?
Can I present? Actually, you were presenting.
Oh, you are presenting? Okay, okay, I'm stopping.
I'll just show.
Yeah, please, please. Okay.
I have some problem searching for that template.
What
Are
problem,
you able to
please?
see my screen?
Yes, yes.
So here is my sequence, protein sequence.
This is very small sequence. I don't
Okay,
know.
can I
You will
take
be.
this?
Yeah. Just select the sequence. Yes. Select from FASTA format. You have selected from FASTA format because you are going to find yes. Okay. Then.
So I do a blast.
Yes. Protein data
PDB.
bank. Okay.
PDB.
Yes. Right. Blast.
So I've got
Okay, no problem. It will take some time. Yes, what is the problem? Okay, there is no similarity found with this PDB. No
Okay,
problem.
so
Try
can I select this sequence?
select other sequence. No problem. As these are the hypothetical proteins. That's why I always suggest to select 10 or 20 sequences and then try to blast and blast, because it will take time for learning process. We have to select one protein, but for when we are going to do research, no significant. What is the reason? Click here. Because
Yes, sir.
just go back.
I'll take the first one, the smaller one. That should be fine. I'll try this.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Try. Okay, try this as well, and blast it with
Protein P, yeah.
non-redundant blast. Then I'll see if there is an issue.
Non-redundant.
Yes, just try to non-redundant and blast. As these are hypothetical proteins, please select site rated blast. Because non-redundant, no problem. Let's see what are the results. Blast this protein with UniProt database as well. Go in UniProt. Yes, blast. Paste your sequence.
I run blast now, or we have to change?
Yes, run blast.
Here we got this.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, this is non-redundant blast. Okay, no problem. Back.
I'll do PDB.
PDB blast. And select position specific. Okay, no problem.
I already searched for that actually. I selected PDB and I am searching here.
No, go back. Go back.
PDB.
Yes, then there is an algorithm below this program selection.
Yeah.
Yes, high blast, position specific, iterated. Yeah, then select blast. Yeah, this is uncharacterized proteins. You have yesterday you told that how to select. This is the UniProt ID of your protein, P11907.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
same sequence is present in NCBI, and same sequences you can name this as a UniProt ID of this protein as well. No problem.
Okay.
This is the UniProt ID of your protein, and it is similar with these sequences.
Course here are, so how do I select the same template? Is like the first one here I
No,
can
no,
select.
this is not template. This is not template. You will not able to select template in UniProt. You will select template only in UniProt PDB.
Oh, here
I
it
don't
is
know
not
what is
come.
the issue. I don't know what is the issue. If any other person you have done, Swanti, let me see.
Yes, sir. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, please share.
Yeah, okay, I'll stop my.
Yeah, yes. Partha, you have selected protein blast or nucleotide blast below the blast? You have selected protein
Protein
blast.
blast, yeah, protein blast. Unit.
Try again at your level protein blast with PDB and then site rated.
Sir, is my screen visible?
No, your screen is not visible. Please try
Now
again.
is it visible?
No, it's not visible. Yeah, I should. Yeah, it's visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please
So
show.
I had taken Staphylococcus sequence. This is the sequence.
Okay, very
Then
good.
I did blast, and I got 46.32% identity. This is the accession
Yes,
number.
very good.
Then
Query
I went
coverage is
to
98%. Very fine. Query coverage
yes,
is 90%, 98%.
98%.
Yes, that's good.
Then I went to protein data bank.
And you have downloaded the sequence.
Yeah,
This is
I've
a 4-chain,
downloaded the sequence.
2 or
Yes, sir.
3B. Chain is, what is
So
the
this
chain?
is the chain.
No. Chain of your template is?
This is 2R3B_1.
No,
Chains
chain is,
AB.
show me your blast results.
Okay, sir. Chain
This is
A.
A. You have to select
Yes.
only chain A when you are going to select template. Okay.
Sir, but
Okay.
it is showing both chains A and B when I had downloaded. It
No
is showing
problem.
the
Just
same.
scroll. Okay, no problem. Just scroll your cursor below. Try to show me this whole chain. Yes. Okay, no problem. This is a single chain, no issue. You have downloaded this sequence. Okay, no problem. This
Yes,
is
sir.
fine. Just try to align this sequence with your selected protein.
Yes, sir. I've aligned this.
Oh my
First,
God, this is
I
very much similar. This is very fine. These are very fine results. But try to find that your conserved domain is aligning or not.
yes, sir.
Yeah. No. Select on CD below second step. This is okay. This is okay. No. Just click it again. Click it again. Okay, this is fine. First, click. Now click on CD search, resource CD search. On your left side, below CD search. As the first line, conserve domain and protein classification, then second is resources, and below the resources there is conserve domain database. Below that there is a CD search. Click on CD search.
I'm not able to see the search.
In your left, yeah, CD search. Yes. Click. Yeah, paste your sequence and submit. This is repair enzyme H hydride domain. Click on plus below. Yeah. See the domains where stars are. Means your sequence is from first to 231 is almost similar with this domain. Okay, you can take this, you can select this as a good template. Your template is very fine. Okay, and you have all the reasons to select this template. Okay, now submit your sequence in CPH tools. And stop sharing your screen so that I'll show you the results of CPH. After that, you should continue with other sequences. And Partha, I'll see your sequences. Partha, please share your screen again and try to find the template for some other sequence.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Yeah, please.
So now I will select, because I've got 20 sequences here.
Try to select the one sequence from this. Okay.
Shall I select the fourth, this one?
Okay, this is okay. Blast P, and then
This is BLAST P, PDB,
yes,
and position
PDB.
specific.
Select protein blast, protein blast first, yes. And there is a option, advanced, I think, algorithm parameters below. I don't know what type of parameters you're segmented. Okay, no problem. Just go for blast.
No similarity.
No significant similarity found. You can share your sequence with me so that I'll see whether I'm able to find or not. Please send your sequence to me. Maybe there is some server error in your area. Okay, please
Okay.
send your sequence to me so that I'll try to find.
Okay,
Things
I'll
will be
just
clear.
paste it in the chart window. Yeah, I'll just paste it in the
Paste
chart.
in chart window. Yeah, that's good. Fine. Okay. Partha, try to select other sequence because this is a multi-species hypothetical protein. Okay.
Yeah.
Try to select. First of all, tell me from where you have selected this sequence. You have.
I
Yeah.
select
You have.
generally like the normal procedure that we do for the genome for E. coli bacteria, and then I got the hypothetical proteins for that E. coli.
Please show me because this
Yeah.
sequence is
Yeah, I'll show
not
you how
available in BLAST.
Yeah, I'll show you how I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Please show me. Okay then.
So here,
Yes. Then.
hypothetical.
Okay.
These are
Then
the
select.
things that I downloaded.
You have downloaded which? This select one protein product.
This one?
First,
Yeah.
first, select. Faster. Okay. Run BLAST. Run BLAST from the here only. Yeah. BLAST P.
PDB.
Yes.
Last
PDB. Okay.
PDB, yeah.
Yes. Then. Okay. BLAST. Why is it so? I have to explore the thing. No problem. I'll see that. Just try to learn and I'll solve this query before
Okay.
our next lecture. Either I'll personally call you for this, okay?
Yeah.
Because what's going with you, I don't know. No problem. We'll solve this.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I'm going to share my screen for model, CPH model. This is the output of CPH model. First of all, I know the results from this random selected sequence is not fine, but in order to learn, you should follow the same process. How I know that results are not fine? What is the template? 1rmd.a. What was our template?
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Oh my God, sorry. Now screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is the overall results of CPH model, which is an online tool. This is the template that we got from this CPH model, and this is the model that CPH return us. This is a query.pdb. We will save this model. in our desktop or any other place. Save. And template is 1rmd.a. Okay. Now, what was our template that we have selected for our protein? Don't know. I don't remember.
2825.
2825. Okay. Template is not similar. Okay. But this is a case of a random selected sequence for 20 or 30 sequences. When template is similar, you will consider that model for further analysis. But right now we are learning the things. We will just see what kind of model this tool is giving us in output, that is query.pdb that I have downloaded. Where is this model? I have downloaded this model in my desktop. This is the query.pdb. Now what will we do? You have installed PyMol?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Open PyMol. Either we'll open PyMol from here. There's a problem in this PyMol. Only PyMol, not with console, okay? PyMol. This is the PyMol software. File, file, open, my file is present in desktop in the form of query.pdb, and we'll open this. This is the structure that we have predicted right now from that protein. Is it visible?
Sir. Yes, sir.
This is the structure that we have found. We have predicted. Maybe this is not a good structure. How to find that structure is good or not, that I'll tell you in my other lectures. But right now, this is the lecture we have predicted by using some online tool. And this is the overall PyMol software which is used for the visualization of three-dimensional structure. First of all, when we are going to present our structure, we should go towards display and background should be white. Okay, and we should select this color from right side, blue, yellow, red, or any whatever color you want. By chain, I'm selecting the colors. And I'll select red only. Okay, this is a red color so that it will be visible for you. And in the right side, there is a S. This is the S. Is it visible? S is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
We'll click on S. Why I have selected this S? Because after a click on this S, I'm able to find which is the sequence present in the modeling of this protein. Okay. Now, why I have selected the sequences and structure? For example, this is the conserved region. For example, I'm not sure because this is a random protein. We'll click these 4 or 5 things and then we'll go and try to find where these domains are present. We will show these domains in spheres, dots, or some surfaces, well, spheres, for example. And we can color these domains separately as well. For example, I'll color these as green. Okay. Now see, if this is the active site and present in on the surface, that can be a soft target for our drug designing methods. First of all, tell me, are you getting the things or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, means firstly, we have to predict the three-dimensional structure and we have to highlight the domains. That is why during template selection, it is important that our conserved domains are aligning or not. If conserved domains are not aligning with our template, there are 99% chances during modeling those domains can be replaced. For example, this model of protein is from 96th number to 196. Means this in this model, previous sequence and last sequence has been excluded in this model only. This can easily be excluded because what is the overall structure, what is the substructure, what is the loop modeling, there are some differences. Okay, but this is a compact structure which is functionally relevant. We can select this structure which is functionally relevant. That's why we have to select only conserved domains are available or not. If conserved domains are not available, for example, these are conserved domains and our structure is available from 141 and further from 200, then what is the fun for this structure? No fun is there. Okay. So we have to model structures like this and highlight our domains like this. This is the one method. There are thousands of methods to highlight how to highlight this. Okay, now your target is, now I will give you some assignment because this is just I have selected a dummy sequence. In my next lecture, maybe I'll do directly practical because I think there is in theory classes there is a lot of confusion. Maybe it is important sometimes, but with theory classes I will show you a practical as well. I'll select a protein which is relevant, which has conserved domains, which is completely modeled, and our next step is how to validate that this model is correct or not. What are the steps to validate the function model for to check its structural functional relationships or any other things? Okay, but before that part, you should select at least how many sequences you will select. Please tell me.
10.
10 or 20, and try to find, please write down what I am giving you the assignment. Try to find 20 hypothetical proteins. If you want, I will provide you sequences if you want that. But I want one thing, that you should select organism so that that will be beneficial for you if you really want to publish those results as well. Because I'll show you my research paper right now. Which is published. That is related to C. abortus only.
What is the procedure for selecting an organism? Because generally, like random selection, we are just searching and finding out. Is there any way of like these organisms they have importance in
Yeah, yeah,
finding
yeah.
protein?
You actually, I remember that you asked me about an organism that I have to select. But you know one thing, when you are going to select an organism, you should know first of all why I am selecting this organism, why I am selecting this bacteria. For example, I have selected this organism C. abotus previously. Also previously, I have told you I have selected C. abotus. Why I have selected this C. abotus? For which maybe I have explored about 30 or 40 days to find what is the relevance of this bacteria and what is the role of this bacteria. Is this a bacteria are really a pathogen? This is an important gram negative pathogen I have found in literature. After that literature survey, I have tried to explore the sequences of this bacteria. Okay, and this bacteria is it causes abortion in cattle. Okay, with on the basis of which I thought this bacteria is causing abortion in cattle. So this is really a very crucial bacteria. And what information is missing related to this bacteria? Obviously, hypothetical proteins that I have selected for analysis. So see there, first of all, in basics that I have told you, first of all, with genome reference number, okay, then we go for NCBI-CDD, and there are some other tools as well. Then characterization, second step, okay, and then characterization, then transmembrane sequences or not, then signal P that we have done previously. Now, what is the homology analysis of protein and virulence factor analysis? Okay, this is homology analysis of protein sequence with host proteins, because we are working for drug designing. So we have to cross check whether we are selecting a protein for a drug designing target, whether same protein is present in human or not. If same protein is present in human, then we can't select this protein for a drug designing target. So we have blast those proteins with human genome. I'll tell you later this thing, but right now we are going to structural analysis and model evaluation. Here I have to use some other tool, okay, for predicting the protein structure. And after that, these models will be validated by using some other tools that we'll do in our next lectures, ProCheck and saves. Okay, after that, we'll check the stability by using MD simulation. Okay, we'll do simulation as well. Now I'll show you how to represent a model in PyMol. See, these are the conserved. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
I'll zoom out it. Okay. Out of, I think, how many proteins were there? Forget this. Out of 936 proteins, 198 proteins are termed as hypothetical. Of these, 51 proteins have conserved domains. Out of those 56 proteins, I was able to model only 4 proteins. Only 4 proteins, maybe. I have written the results in results section. No, I was able to model only 2 proteins. See, out of 45 proteins which were not similar with human or they have virulent factor, the structural modeling of 2 proteins only out of 45 means we have found conserved domains of 51 proteins. And finally, I was able to, out of 51 hypothetical proteins, for which we were able to identify conserved domains, only 2 proteins were successfully modeled, and their conserved domains are present. Their templates, see what I have written. 2 successfully modeled structural based methods with their suitable templates, namely this and this. Okay, and what is the function that I have predicted? I have written the function in this as well, and I have highlighted their conserved domains in red color in figure 2 that I'm showing you. After that, what is the simulation, which is this part that we'll do in our other lectures. Actually, I want to convey the message to you like you are selecting only 20 proteins. Okay, you are selecting only 20 proteins or 10 proteins. I'm not sure that you will be able to find a better model or a good model out of those 20 proteins, but you should write your name of protein like this. Okay, try to write the name of your protein like this. First, a session number of protein, name of protein that you are selecting, second, third protein, fourth protein, and then template identified, and then percentage identity of that protein. And after that, you will go for CPH model. It will take only one sequence at a time. In my next lecture, I'll show you some other models that will take batch sequences. And after that, I will teach you about how to model a protein structure by using modeler, which is a very important tool in current studies. Currently, we are using only modeler. We are not using these online tools. These online tools are, we are using these online tools only when very little work about structure we have to do. Okay, for example, if any wet lab person he is saying I need the structure, we'll do this online tool and we'll give him structure in one day only. But when we are going to critically analyze a structure, then we have to follow modular only. But for a single structure in modular, it will take whole 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Okay, so you should select the protein sequences according to your own wish, and you will I think you have to you have to follow the things that I have suggested you today, and try to find some models and try to highlight those conserved domains in the same way that I have done in this PyMol, so that I'll be able to see your results, and your practice will be done on this PyMol as well. And after that, we'll go for further studies related to the validation of this model and Ramachandran plots and any other things. Okay. And I think this is assignment for you. You should please do complete your assignment. After that, we'll do some batch proteins and then modeler. After that, we'll do some simulation studies. And after simulation studies, if model is stable, then this structural portion will be over for that. Okay. Over for that means it will take at least 3 to 4 lectures to complete the structural portion. And I think it's very simple. And Partha, I'll try to find what was the problem in this E. coli sequences. Okay. And I'll contact you.
Sure.
I think that's all for today. And complete your assignments. We'll meet on next Thursday with your assignments.